Okay, so I fucking hate commercials, and I think all of you do too. I think most people despise ads, but know that they're just part of life. There was a period where they weren't part of life in the early internet, but when I was a kid, that's all we had on television. And this isn't about ads, this is about my frustration with the current state of the world, my frustration with the current idea that we seem to carry that continual progress is going to solve all of our problems. You know, we just need to switch over to green energy. We don't need to change our behaviors. We just need to do this or do that. Think this way, think that way. And all the while, with all the bullshit that's being fed to us by politicians and people in general, I guess, the commercials are just as bad as they always were. And the reason that for me is a red flag, I've always considered commercials to be like the canary in the coal mine, in a way. If they continue to be as horrible as they are, it shows that they work. And it shows that people are dumb enough to actually fall for them. That when an ad comes on for me, I just cringe. It doesn't matter what product it is. I'm not the kind of person you can sell a product to. I don't think I've ever bought a product that I saw a commercial for in my life. I mean, unless it was some food item I liked or something. I mean, sure, there are some advertisements that are necessary. I understand in a commercial society how that works, but if your product is good enough, it should sell itself. So small companies that make their own custom breads, that make their own custom supplies, clothing, whatever it may be, get drowned out by these large conglomerates that can afford to give mass advertisements, fast fashion, continual dumping and garbage piles that are just building up. And we live like this. This is the society I'm immersed in, and I can't get away from it. Like, I have to be part of this world where I know it could be better, but there's nothing I can do about it. Sure, you can make little changes. Woohoo! Hold up your flag and say, I'm gonna fight for this cause or this cause. It's great. It's great that people do, and I'm glad. We need that. We need the inspiration of other people who want to fight to protect the environment or protect people. But in the big picture, it's hard not to just lose hope and assume that it doesn't matter. That the major, conglomerates and corporations are going to continue to just steamroll over nature until it's completely folded and we've doomed ourselves. Do I think the planet is doomed? No, I'm not one of those guys. It's like, oh, we're killing the planet. No, I'm a George Carlin fan, all right? He said the planet ain't going nowhere. We are. And, that's exactly how I've always felt. We're killing ourselves. We're killing our way of life by being so fucking consumerist and not producing things that actually benefit mankind. And there are companies doing these things, but even the ones that are doing it for profit. It's for the money. It's to going green, greenwashing stuff, right? Oh, we're all green. We're going to do this for nature, but really they don't give a fuck. Like companies that say that, oh, go green, build green, and then they're dumping, their excess shit down into the sewer. It's just fucked up. And people have lost hope. They've lost trust. And when you've lost trust in other people, that's dangerous. And that's why smaller communities, I believe, are more successful, and why we need to kind of inspire that communal aspect. Dare I say commune? No. Because many people think of the word commune as a bad thing. But imagine if there was a worldwide catastrophe and some extremely, conservative town closed all of their streets, and they all said, hey, let's throw in and help each other so we can protect ourselves against the outside and share our food to make sure that we're all taken care of because we're community. Boom, you've got a commune. All of a sudden, communism is normal. And but it's communism on a major level that's the problem. Anything that gets too large, and this is the crux of my discussion, my argument against the current system is it's too big. We need to break it back down into smaller categories. We're much better off having smaller areas where people can protect what they deem necessary. I don't think Washington has any interest in, as far as DC has any interest in Washington State, where I live, and the needs we have. So I just think that it's too big, and the bureaucracy is too large, too much government. Maybe I'm a little libertarian, maybe a little anarchist, but I still do believe we need structure. I believe we need something that works. But it's not just, the marketing, the consumer waste is just one big part of it, of course. But it's a big part because the propaganda that's shoved down our throats comes from every angle. The bullshit that people believe that politicians tell them is no different than the shit that they see on the commercials. And they think that they should buy this wallet or this new belt or, some crystal that's going to heal them. Maybe I'm just unloading a little bit of frustration in a world that I don't feel like I can fully immerse myself in because it's just so phony. I don't know. Rant over.